Education, every one of us is affected by it. We went through the country's school system in one form or another growing up, and our kids are relying on it. And the president says the system is in fact broken.
The school system has to be designed not for the adults. It's got to be designed for the children.
Here are the highlights of the president's plan. He wants school years to be longer to make students more competitive. And the U.S. school years are about 180 days long compared to an average of 196 days for upper grades in countries with the best student achievement levels. And you know that means more spending, but the president says that's money well spent. What about teachers? It's all about accountability. President Obama wants to spend money to train 10,000 math and science teachers and fire teachers who can't measure up.
We've got to be able to identify teachers who are doing well, teachers who are not doing well. We've got to give them the support and the training to do well. And ultimately, if some teachers aren't doing a good job, they've got to go.
Joyce Evans joining us now. A lot of people say it's all about accountability, Joyce. I know you spoke to some teachers about this. Do they think teachers need to be held to a higher standard?
Well, Thomas, the teachers I spoke with said yes, and they even welcome it. But they say they do need the help from their school administrators and parents. And they do not think it is necessarily going to take a lot more money, a longer school year, or a union to protect them. They all left public school systems for a charter school. Here's their story.
Well, they won't need the protection if they're doing their jobs. So I think it's ludicrous to feel that in any profession, people are held accountable. But when it comes to teaching, no one's held accountable.
Veronica Joyner is the founder and CAO of the Mathematics, Civics, and Sciences Charter School. It's part of the Philadelphia School District. She was educated in and has worked in the public school system most her life. And she agrees with the president's views and the new documentary, Waiting for Superman, detailing the decline in public schools and teacher standards.
Unions are upset about it. Right, and they should be, because they're the problem. The unions are the problems.
So if unions are protecting teachers so much,
and what's this?
Why would Ms. Purdy, Mr. Marshall, and Mr. Rasdell leave that protection from accountability to teach at non-union charter schools with extremely high standards?
Which is good.
It's the teachers. The teachers here care, and it matters that everybody's on the same page. People don't leave here at 4 o'clock. There's teachers who stay until 5, 6, 7 o'clock, come in on the weekends, and it's just when everybody's working together, it makes the building work.
Especially these students at Mastery Charter School attending 9th period. It's a chance to stay an hour after school to get help with homework, one-on-one attention. There's a merit and demerit system, strict student and teacher accountability in class.
We have a really clearly defined observation cycle that we go through, evaluations, but there's a lot of support too. We have coaches that help teachers to become better and better. I mean, it doesn't matter what level you're at.
What I give up is, I'd say, a lot of headaches.
This is David Marshall's first year at Math, Civics, and Sciences.
I have smaller class sizes.
And much better behaved students who come to class more than his public school kids.
On any given day, I had a quarter of my class missing. The atmosphere that exists in the classrooms is one that's conducive to teaching.
There's a lot of fighting. The students smoke. I've heard the students that they can cuss at the teacher.
That's one of the reasons Morenz Rasdell left his public classroom for first, less money at a private school, then higher standards at a charter school.
We are heavily evaluated here at the charter school, and if we're not performing up to her standard, we will be dismissed.
Well, Thomas, they say they like the challenge because they love teaching first.
You know, Joyce, we heard the teachers mention discipline, attendance, and support from administrators, but what are union officials saying about the president's challenge to come to the reform table and the problem inside the classroom?
Well, Thomas, I did ask a local teachers union to respond to the charter school claims and the charges made in that documentary and the president's appeal to join the effort to reform education, but I was told here in Philadelphia that there was no one available today to speak with us on or off camera. But one spokesperson said that there are many teachers who have actually left those non-charter, non-union charter schools to come back to the public schools because they felt that they were being evaluated unfairly and there were things that had nothing to do with their classroom performance.
And to be clear, there are a lot of great, passionate teachers in the public school system as well.
There are.
Joyce Evans, thank you for that. Tomorrow, Philadelphia will get a sneak peek of a new movie called Waiting for Superman, which has everyone buzzing about the flaws in the country's public school system. I'm going to be there for the screening and get reaction from a panel of experts following the movie on the Fox 29 News at 10.